Hello everyone, welcome to our success video. And today we're going to talk about empathy. I talked about it a little bit on the kindness video, but today I want to amplify this. I want to highlight it because as an employee, you need to develop this power skill. Empathy, Stephen Covey said, and I want to read this to you. He said that when you show deep empathy towards others, the defensive energy goes down and positive energy replaces it. That's when you can get more creative in solving problems. So if you want to be a problem solver, you need to practice empathy. Empathy, like I said, is a power skill. It's the ability to walk in somebody else's shoes and feel what they feel. And what this does, it enlarges your horizon. You know, research tells us that our brain is hardwired to feel to mirror other people's experiences. So that's why babies want to hear the babies cry and talk, as opposed to adults. We gravitate towards things that are similar to us. And so it is important for you to know that when you understand somebody and you see where they're coming from, you move a little bit closer to them. You bridge the gap a little bit. And so being able to see another person's motives and actions from their point of view is crucial to an organization's overall success. So if you want to be a part of solving problems and not the problem, then you need to develop an empathy. So in a 2018 study on workplace empathy, it shows that 96% of employees actually said that it was important for employers to demonstrate empathy, and 75% said that they would leave their organization if there was no empathy. So we all think this is important. This is vital. And there are a few benefits to this. First one is collaboration. It is a hugely important aspect of empathy, because when we all collaborate as departments, as teams, being empathetic in brainstorming sessions and meetings shows that you are invested in the other people, that you're encouraging them, that you respect them, and you want to hear their point of view. This way, empathy leads to an opening of new ideas and ways to solve problems, so you can get things done faster. It also improves the morale and the confidence in the room. When people feel like they're being heard, then they're going to talk more. You're going to generate a lot more feedback. And so this is also important. Companies that are empathic they allow people to make mistakes. There's room for growth, because then we're all in this together. So if you like my idea today, great. I feel like I have a buy-in to the company. But if you are constantly punitive and something goes wrong, you just whack them on the head and you write them up and that's the end of that. No, let's seek to understand where they're coming from. Let's seek, because behind that employee who seems like they're struggling, if you just took a minute to see what's going on, you might get yourself a good employee, or you can either train up or train out. Sometimes maybe they're just not the perfect fit for you, so for the company. So then you help them find what's good for them. Like I always say, it's always a win-win situation, people. Nobody has to lose just so you can win. Always remember that win-win situation. In a Forbes article, I loved some of the things that they said concerning empathy. Actually, they were a strong advocate for this. They said we shouldn't call it a soft skill, like I've been saying. It is a hard skill. It is important to the economic viability of your company, and I will say that is important for your growth as a person. So one of the things it would help you develop is identity. Empathy affects our own identity. We tend to understand ourselves through the people that we spend time with, and we derive our own sense of self from the types of people who we're close to. So it's important that we begin to understand them, and we begin to see where they're coming from. The other thing that it will help you do is cooperation. Empathy facilitates cooperation, which is critical for teams to develop, for teams to function effectively. In that particular study that we talked about, when empathy was introduced into decision making, it increased cooperation and caused people to be more empathetic. So empathy fosters more empathy. A team that practices empathy would be a very high functioning team. So I want you to really begin to open your minds a little bit.